On Sunday night, the day before the inauguration, Donald Trump gave a speech in Washington, D.C. This speech was absolutely disastrous, folks. I don't show the Trump videos or audio anymore. It's important that I tell you what happened, so let me explain what happened. I'll use some graphics, but I'm not going to play the audio or the video. I should mention, while Donald Trump was giving this speech on Sunday evening, his meme coin was crashing. He propped up this meme coin, this $ Trump thing that made him billions of dollars on paper. Then Melania Trump created a Melania meme coin, and then boom, the bottom dropped and people were losing a lot of money while this was going down. Let's talk about what was happening at Donald Trump's speech. He talked about how he loves the movie Silence of the Lambs and asks if anybody's seen the movie. And then he goes, I like talking about Hannibal Lecter. The media would say it's weird when I talk about Hannibal Lecter, the late great Hannibal Lecter, but it's a lovely movie. I like Hannibal Lecter. Donald Trump continued to whine about the 2020 election. Even the day before his inauguration, Trump goes, quote, I like to think back to the past. I said, if only the election weren't rigged. All the things that would have happened that would have been so good, but it was, we're not going to let that happen again. Let me fact check that. Since Donald Trump was out of office, 16.6 million jobs were created. The stock market was up about 55 to 60% under President Biden. There was never a month where jobs were lost. Every single month, jobs were gained. Unemployment was at record lows. Wages were up. GDP was up. America's economy was trouncing China's economy. We were the envy of the world under President Biden. That's just objective data, folks. But Donald Trump lies. Donald Trump then lowers the expectations from his presidency, and he goes, our new administration will inherit disasters at home and disasters abroad. I thought you were going to be this great deal maker and everything was going to be lovely and egg prices were going to go down on day one and Ukraine was going to have peace on day one and housing was going to be affordable on day one. Weren't those the promises you made? No, you are a rug puller. This is the rug pulling presidency. You are a WMD, a weapon of mass distraction. Focus on what his promises were and promises broken. Then Donald Trump says that Tulsi Gabbard, who he appointed to lead the intelligence community, who many believe is compromised by Russia and foreign sources, Donald Trump goes, we need to bring integrity back to our intelligence community. That's why Tulsi Gabbard will be our next director of national intelligence. You know who was very happy about that? Vladimir Putin. You know who's not happy about that? Our intelligence community, which is now not likely going to be forthcoming and sharing information because they believe her to be an asset. Donald Trump then says, tomorrow, everybody in this very large arena will be very, very happy with my decision on the January 6th hostages. Very happy. I think you will be very, very, very happy about the January 6th hostages. Again, he's calling the insurrectionists from January 6th hostages. It's believed he's going to be pardoning a lot of January 6th insurrectionists. One of the things we'll have to see is if he's going to pardon the violent insurrectionists. As of the recording of this video, I don't have his pardon list. By the way, it violates every tenet of how you're supposed to pardon. You're supposed to pardon non-violent offenses, and clearly insurrection is a violent offense, whether an assault happened or not. But hey, Donald Trump calls them hostages, right? Is that what you voted for, MAGA? You voted for Donald Trump to help January 6th insurrectionists, or was it prices? But I guess you don't really care about the prices anymore, right? Or the peace in Ukraine or anything he promised. Then Donald Trump goes on to say, they're going to come and say to me, sir, we're winning. We're winning too much, sir. We can't take it anymore. We have to stop at winning. Please, you're destroying our country. Our country is not prepared for this. I'll say, no. I mean, seriously, this is what is he even talking about? And by the way, the corporate media was giving President Biden all of this crap and saying, oh, cognitive decline, cognitive decline. Why? Because he spoke slower at the age of 81 and stuttered. This stuff right here reeks of dementia-like symptoms, whether he has it or not. It's what it looks like. It's my opinion, observing this behavior. And this is what Donald Trump is talking about. While this is taking place, by the way, while this speech is happening, his meme coin is crashing. And Melania introduced her meme coin, and that was crashing while this was taking place. Well, so much winning taking place. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. Then Donald Trump goes, and I've got Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and Jon Voight to become ambassadors to Hollywood, California, to put it back on track. You have to refer to them as Mr. Ambassador. So Donald Trump is creating fake positions for Mel Gibson, Jon Voight, and Sylvester Stallone, referring to them as the ambassador to Hollywood and saying you have to refer to these people as ambassador. Just want you to think about that. From someone who said that they were trying to cut government waste, you're now creating ambassadorships to Hollywood. By the way, whatever happened to Doge? Oh, let me check on it. While this was going on, while this ridiculous speech was going on, bye-bye, Vivek Ramaswamy. You are the weakest link. See you later. Vivek Ramaswamy is out at Doge, according to all of the reportings. He, quote, overstayed his welcome, sources close to Elon Musk and others were saying. Vivek Ramaswamy lasted negative Scaramucci's. He didn't even make it to day one. And by the way, I don't know how long this Doge thing will make it at all, but Vivek is no longer going to be a part of this fake agency right here. So that's going on, and they were supposed to cut government, but Trump keeps increasing government. Didn't Trump say he's going to also create the External Revenue Service because he doesn't know the way tariffs work? He still thinks that tariffs are taxes on foreign countries and that some external revenue service is going to collect it. A tariff is a tax on the American company, on the importer, to get them to try to stop importing goods from foreign countries. The importer then usually still brings in the goods and then passes the cost on to the consumer, thus raising prices. And it also then causes retaliatory tariffs from the countries you're trying to stop from getting their goods in. They impose tariffs on their companies internally. Or if it's like China, they just tell their countries, they tell their companies, do not buy goods from this country and just go to other countries. And then we end up having to pay subsidies to these various industries that are subject to retaliatory tariffs to prop them up, aka government handouts, which then the MAGA Republicans rail against and call socialism, which is their own policies. But I digress. Then Donald Trump says the following on the Olympics and the World Cup. He goes, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. I don't even know what he's talking about. That the reason that he's here on this term is because he thinks that he should have been president before. And then Donald Trump goes and he says that the village people are here to sing for you. You won't recognize them. They're slightly larger than they used to be, but that's the way life goes. And then he starts dancing with the village people on stage, and they're in their costumes, like the construction worker costume, cowboy costume, a Native American costume, which I think is very disrespectful. But anyway, he starts dancing with them on stage. I'm sure you're glad that I'm not showing you these clips right here. Then Donald Trump talks about Elon Musk. He goes, he was very effective. He knows the computers better than anybody. Those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide. It was pretty good. Thank you to Elon. Then Donald Trump says, as of today, TikTok is back. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. And by the way, Trump didn't win the youth vote. He lost the youth vote. He gained amongst the youth voters, but he did not win the vote. He just made up the number 36 points. He did not win youth vote by 36 points. Also, There's countless posts of Donald Trump saying that TikTok is criminal, that TikTok are traitors, that TikTok is run by the CCP to spy on you. And all of MAGA was against TikTok and wanted to ban. Trump was the one who wanted TikTok banned. The Republicans pushed it. They got bipartisan support amongst Democrats because the Senate made findings that there was surveillance being done on Americans. And then because Trump views it as a beneficial political winning issue for him, now Trump's in favor of TikTok. And he had the TikTok CEO and TikTok post, Donald Trump, save TikTok on TikTok. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Trump was the one who put in motion getting rid of TikTok. You have Elon Musk just going and whining and speaking, the person who no one wants and no one elected, more dancing with the village people. And here's some blasphemous grifting by Donald Trump. Lee Greenwood says Trump may take the oath of office on a limited edition new Trump Bible that will be for sale. So Trump will take the oath on a limited edition Trump Bible, and you can buy a Trump Bible like that. The last ones they were selling for what, $59.99? Maybe the limited edition is going to be much more expensive, but they're selling the Bibles. And then you have Stephen Miller talking about penises and vaginas and saying, there's men and there's women and there's men and don't get it twisted. There's just a man and there's just a woman. WMD, weapon of mass distraction. Where's the peace in Ukraine? Where's that? Where are the lower prices that were promised? Where's as housing? Wasn't that supposed to be more affordable? Wasn't there going to be so much winning on day one? All of these jobs were going to be created. All total BS, all total crap. Don't fall for it. I hope you appreciate that we're not showing you the Trump clips or audio, but I'll explain it to you. I'll show you, the graphics, but I don't want to play those clips. You get them. If you want to go and watch them, you can watch them yourself. I don't think that's productive for us to platform them here, but that's my opinion. Others may disagree. Go to MeidasPlus.com, check it out, subscribe there. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.